Many believers believe that the tribulation and the wrath of God are the same event, but the book of Revelation tells us exactly when the wrath of God begins. Pay attention. The seven seals of Revelation is God's final plan of global judgment that ushers in the Antichrist, the tribulation, and the wrath of Jesus. The first seal reveals the conqueror, who is the Antichrist that will go forth conquering and to conquer the entire globe. Moving along, the second seal, the third seal, and the fourth seal all reflect war and violence, food inflation, and widespread death over a fourth part of the population, which is roughly around 2 billion people, where people will be unalived with the sword, which is violence, with hunger, which is famine, with death, which is disease, and with the beast or the animals of the earth. So once the Antichrist goes forth conquering and to conquer, what comes next is the tribulation period, which is seals 2 through 5. Now I want to take your attention to the fifth seal, which is titled the Cry of the Martyrs. A martyr is one who's been slain for the word of God and for the testimony of Christ. Look at what John says. And when he, Jesus, had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held. This is an altar in heaven that John is seeing, and an altar represents a place of sacrifice. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, will you not judge and avenge our blood on those that dwell on the earth? So these souls that are under the altar in heaven, which is a place of sacrifice, are crying out to Jesus, saying, When will you avenge our blood on those that dwell on the earth? Look what happens next. And white robes were given to every one of them, and it was said to them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. So we see here that Christian martyrdom is not only coming, but it's appointed. Now, everything up to this point that we've been discussing is referring to the tribulation. But it is the sixth seal where the wrath of the Lamb is initiated. When the sixth seal is open, there's a great earthquake. Then the sun will become black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon will turn to blood. The stars of heaven shall fall to the earth. The heaven or the sky will be rolled up as a scroll. Every mountain and island will be moved out of their places. And the inhabitants of the earth, both rich and poor, will hide themselves in the caves and in the rocks of mountains. And look at what they say. Fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand? Tribulation and wrath are two different things. The church is not appointed to the wrath of God, but we are appointed to tribulation.